Siyabingelela ubingelelo baba udokotela baba wesizwe baba ojabulile siseThekwini ibhilidi esenzela lona Nedbank House Building sise 19th floor umgaqo esebenzela kuona sibiza ukuthi corner of Queen Street and Albert Street. Siyabonga.
Greetings our viewers at home wherever you are. It's another episode of Babu Dokotela. We are happy to be talking to you today. Today we are discussing some serious topics. Our program is loaded. But Babu Dokotela, we are going to start with the Holy Ash with Isigubhu. Can you tell us about Holy Ash with Isigubhu?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. El Shaddai, Holy Ash. But I have to honor everybody in our continent of Africa and abroad. We highly feel a privilege that you people who have selected or chosen to watch this video. Let's talk about El Shaddai, Holy Ash. Number one, this is El Shaddai, Holy Ash. If you are interested to this, you can call the distributors in Johannesburg. The number to call is 066 254 0452. I repeat, 066 254 0452. Her name is Busi Mncwabe. In Durban, we got a standby gentleman. His name is Mongeni Kawe Ngobo. His number is 061 538 2925. Okay, let's talk about El Shaddai, Holy Ash, and Isigubhu. Babu Dokotela, why it's called El Shaddai? El Shaddai means God. Holy ash, because there are so many holy ashes outside there. There is one holy ash that is used, and precisely it is distributed from India. Reason why from India, there is a river called Ganges River. There by the Ganges embankment, riverside of the Ganges River, they've got temples whereby if anyone in India has died, they take a body to the temple and then they do the rituals, they do the prayers, and they summon their demonic gods. Let me say this, they summon their demonic gods.
Demonic gods.
Yes, because they never worship our God.
With a small letter G.
Yes, no matter it could be capital letters on, they always know that those gods are demonic.
Sure.
They summon their demonic god, they chant the demons that are obedient to devil to enter into this body. And thereafter, what they do, they cremate the body. Thereafter, they take the ash, they package the ash, they distribute it across the continent. And you too on the street, you end up buying the so-called holy ash that is coming from India, because they use that ash after cremating the bodies of the dead. Firstly, they have to chant certain demonic spirit, and they must make sure that they call the most obedient demon to Lucifer, to make sure that it enters into this body. After they cremate it. Now there's a difference between this one. That one and this one is far apart. This one is called El Shaddai Holy Ash, which means it is free from human remains. Now we're talking about the mirror and then El Shaddai Holy Ash. What do you want you to do? I want you to bath with this. Let me repeat this. I want you to bath with this according to the prescription on the label. Once you finish to bath, I want you to get, this is called mirror. This is called
Isigubhu in isiZulu.
Yeah, Isigubhu, and then in Transkei, closer people they call it Ispili.
Ispili,
yes. Then you take the mirror, you take like 5 liter or 2 liter of water, tap water, river water, tank water, any water. Just get water that is cold, put the mirror faced up, and then go to sleep. And wake up at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, it's up to you. Before you have talked to anyone, around the bucket or the dish that you have selected to use, but I prefer that you are using a dish. You put the mirror face up, you put 4 candles that are green in color. I want you to face down there. Do not wink. First thing to see, it is your face. How ugly are you after waking up at night? You just watch there precisely. Do not wink. You'll see things that are deposited by the enemy around you to make you struggle, to make you poor. You see things that are happening at your work in your absentia. You see things that are done by your children when you are not at home, whereby they bring their children to do things that are not supposed to be done in your house. This is how you do it. But you must get El Shaddai Holy Ash, and you go buy yourself a mirror. They call it mirror and El Shaddai Holy Ash. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Doctor. I hope people are taking notes at home. Now, let's just talk about iladi labantwana. laphansi, something that is very vital, because we are talking about people who do not defend abantwana. Can you tell us about why iladi labantwana is so vital?
I have to correct the spelling. If I was talking to a matured person, a matured woman, a matured man who is 45 years and above, that particular person has committed sex with someone who has made a miscarriage. One way or another, knowing or not knowing. Because your girlfriend can never feel comforted if you're starting to persecute her about have you ever committed an abortion, have you ever suffered what you call miscarriage. No, ladies are not comfortable about talking to a stranger about those things.
It's very sensitive.
Yeah, no. They don't talk. And then you as a man, you are having sex with this person. You had intimacy with this person. This person is still got a child in a presence, in the realm of the spirit. The child will adore you as one of his father or her father, but a stepfather. And the child, whatever you do, the child will be always around you. And thereafter, if you are getting married to this woman, or you are departing with this woman after noticing certain things are not working according to your plans. Now we have to be able to separate yourself with these child spirits that are entangled around you. Or sometimes knowingly very well that your wife has suffered what is called a miscarriage. We have to separate yourself with the spirit as well, even though it was your intended child to be, but you still have to. But when you do iladi laphansi, what we normally do, even though we use mushonga, in Venda they call it mushonga, sihlare in Limpopo. In Lesotho they call it muriana. Even though we use muti, you still have to use multiple kind of sweets and fruits, and then lit up some candles. Most likely, if you're doing iladi for children, we must use white color candles. Those color candles must be 7 at least. There must be 7.
Minimum 7.
Yeah, maximum is 7, minimum is 4.
Okay, between 4 and 7.
Yes, and thereafter we have to do according to your prescription as prescribed by your medium, and thereafter leave everything like that, but extinguish all the candles for your safety, because you cannot sleep with burning candles, especially 7 candles, they're just too many. And the next day, you know what we have to do now? We have to collect all those sweets, and take it very far, like 5 to 10 kilometers away. You must find children that are young, especially playing children. Go to Alexander, Tembesa. You can go anywhere.
Or Sentin.
As long as Sentin will never find the children. Yeah, and then you go there, Kinross, you'll find children there. In Malelana, you always find children around there. All you have to do, give them those sweets. When they eat, that spirit that is delaying in you, it will jump out and start to eat with those children and then walk away and never look back. That is how you are part with the spirit, but in a good manner, in a clean manner. Do not just cast out and say, you'll pray. No, that's all right. You can always pray. Praying is just a good thing, but the problem is this: we have to apart with the spirit, but in a good manner, in a friendly domain. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Doctor. Now let us talk about Khalabengeza Isigubhu. You know, people are making money out there, but they'll tell you, no man, you know what? This company, they call it companies.
Yes,
I don't know. But it's pyramid schemes at the end of the day.
Yes.
Someone up there will make like 10 million rand, and someone at the bottom will lose, not even make sense, will just lose 10,000 rand.
Yeah.
Now, how do you help these people? How do we tip the scale? Because everyone who joins Ipanoi has got an intention to climb that economic and social ladder to be better in life. How do we help these people, Babu Dokotela?
Yeah, I'll answer. Thank you very much for the question. What I'm eating in my diet today, I'm eating amadumbe. What is amadumbe in English? It is called madumbe. Is known. This is not madumbe. Madumbe is fanangalo. This is called cocoyam. Cocoyam.
Wow.
Yeah, in Nigeria, they refuse to call they just call it yam. Yes, but in Nigeria, they eat a big yam we eat small yams. It's the same thing that they eat in Nigeria.
Oh, yes.
But we literally, it is called cocoa yam. Cocoa,
oh, yes.
cocoa yam. But in Nigeria, they just, because most of the Nigerians are illiterates. This must be said. They are illiterates, believe you me. They are good otherwise, but they're just illiterates.
Illiterate, yeah.
Because we can prove otherwise. A professor in Nigeria is just as someone who's got a degree in South Africa. Yes, and then someone who's got a degree in Nigeria, it's a good person who's got standard 8 in South Africa. That's how their education is so lowered because of their scams that they do in terms of exams and all. Because one day, I remember it was 1999, I was offered a PhD degree if I can afford to pay 30,000 rand.
Imagine a PhD.
They offered me a PhD in natural medicine to be awarded.
Yeah,
in
but
Nigeria.
that's Africa for you.
That's Africa.
That's our continent.
Yeah, I'm eating cocoyam now. You know,
Sure.
cocoyam. Let's talk about calabash for people who are running social pyramid scheme. I'll call it
schemes,
like
yes.
that. Social pyramid schemes or stokvel or anyone who's gathering the community in order to take money from them, but in a good manner, not like to rob people.
Do you remember Mavroti from Triple M, the Russian man who became a billionaire?
A billionaire superstar.
They all aspire to be Mavrotis of this generation.
Yes. And then, number one, let us talk the fact pyramids, they carry a lot of wealth behind. As long if you well architected, you got Isigubhu that will attract people. Number one, you must have a calabash that will do you the sacrifice and chantings. And when you chant in a calabash, we give you a time. If you're saying on Wednesday, it must be Wednesday all the times. But precisely if you're a traditional practitioner who's leading to this wealth emancipation of pyramid schemes, he or she must ask you for your day of which you was born. We need to know in which day, not date, day you were born. Some people, because of most of our parents were illiterates, they don't know our dates, which day we were born. You must use Saturday if you're a man. But if you're a woman, you must use Friday. Reason why Friday, you don't know. Saturday is the last day of the week.
Of the week, yeah.
But Friday is a day God created human being. We were created on Friday. And then if you're a woman, you use Friday. But if you're a man, you use Saturday.
Sure.
Then you can run your illegal business using a calabash. Because once you ascertain the powers of calabash, you must know that what you are doing is illegal. Because if it was not illegal, you could channel it in a proper manner, tax it all the time. And then you must have an accountant and audit. Because you're doing an illegal business, you must have a business address, everything. Because now you want this calabash to help you in your illegal fraternity.
Sure.
You are taking this calabash, you go for it. We call it Isigubhu, but you must have serious money. Babu Dokotela, siyabonga.
Babu Dokotela, now let us talk about the making of inyoka uskwili. There's something called making of inyoka uskwili. It's the first time I heard about it from the office of Babu Dokotela. Now, I want everyone to know about this.
The making of inyoka. Number one, inyoka supposed to be illusion, but you can always hire a snake from any snake park or any pet shop.
Yes.
And then lie to people that you are making inyoka. No. We don't do that. When we initiate you to this emancipation of making inyoka or a snake, we must give you muriana that you're going to use for vomiting. When you vomit with this muti, you're going to put it in a bucket and then stir it, start to chant those things that you're going to ask you to chant. Because you are invoking now the powers of the serpent. You have to know what we are invoking. We are inviting the powers of the serpent to enter in this mushonga or muti so that you can drink it and start to vomit. You're going to do that for 5 days. After 5 days, I have to be conscious to you. We must go at any pet shop and buy an alive snake. And thereafter, we will take the snake somewhere by the riverbank and bury the snake alive. After 7 days,
Okay.
but more likely, when you bury the snake alive, we need to get shredded money. There is money that is shredded by a reserve bank. We normally buy, and then we take that shredded money, we put it on top of the snake, shape it like a snake, as it's there, and then we take coins of 500 rand, we lay it on top of the snake, and then we bury the snake alive. The snake will suffocate and die. After 7 days, the snake will appear in your bedroom. After 10 days, you'll be having a snake at home. Don't ask me what happens if you die. Don't ask me that. But you just want to know about these snakes. These snakes are real. Maybe in other provinces they cannot make snakes, but we as Zulu people, leave alone about people who are still breathing milk. There are people who just children when it comes to these things of the metaverse. Metaverse is umkati. When you touch these things of metaverse, you have to be matured enough. But when you make the snake, after 7 days, you'll have a snake at home. 30 days you got a snake at home. Guess what? The snake does not eat anything.
What does it eat? That's a question. Give us the diet.
It's not for this camera.
Okay,
the
now
snake will not eat anything. It eats once a year.
okay. Okay, now.
Eats once a year.
Now I'm interested. Now, what type of snakes do I buy? Because
we buy a python. We buy a python, a baby python,
okay,
and then we bury it alive. And that baby python, when it gets into your house, it's no longer a baby anymore.
it's a giant
It
python.
is a giant, and that snake, when you are sleeping, it comes into your room as a human being, and it speaks to you, and then it converts itself into a snake and disappears. But whatever it has demanded, you must virtually meet it. Ungangifoneli. But you want to be rich. You want to be rich using the powers of the serpent. You must have serious money. 200,000, it's okay. There is no deposit because we are entering the metaverse. We are having a deal with an iron god to release one of his snakes. You know who is an iron god. Iron god is a god with one eye. If he gives a snake, don't call me. Babu Dokotela.
Very scary, eh? Well, Babu Dokotela, there are also things that people do tuning. Thing that you always tell people not to call you about, as khulunya mafonin. Can you just give us information about those things people do tuning?
Yeah, it's a good question. Very important. It's going to help a lot of people because these things, most of the time when we initiate a person, I always insist that you should not be an underage. Meaning that this is, when you do these things of wealth initiative, it's not for children, number one. If you are still a child, you are not allowed to do these things. And because this is not walk in a park, walk in a beach, like strolling in a mall. When we take you to the cemetery, I trust you with my dear heart that what we are doing here is for your eyes only.
Sure.
Sometimes you have to be naked here and do certain things. There are chants that you have to do to invoke the spirit of the dead. And you are calling me while I'm seated with my family. And my kids don't know that I do that. I go to the cemeteries at night with men, with women, do these stupid things. And I'm seated within the church members. They don't know that at night this is what I do. And now you are calling me on WhatsApp. Hey, Babu Dokotela, last night when we were at the grave site, we were trying to invoke this thing. Hey, this thing started. Hey, people are listening. No. Anything that we have done in the cemetery with you at night, it between me and you, that's all. I will always deny it.
Sure.
I will always deny it up front because there is no proof otherwise. It was dark, it was me and you, both we were naked. And after no one should know anything about it.
Sure.
And then what I'm trying to illustrate here is this. When you come to me, you pay me, and don't think that I'll also able to entertain you when you start to make mistakes, because you are making mistakes. Because these things we only schedule for matured people only. And then don't call me and tell me that, hey, Babu Dokotela, if we do this, Sizongena Ezulwini. Ezulwini for what? Who do you know there? Because you know the graves that you will always run that night. And then once you start to run at the graves, dig things, do this, do rituals, slaughter chicken, eat, drink blood, all those things. Don't call me. I'm a nyanga, I'm not your friend. We are not making friends, we are helping each other. That's all. I'm Babu Dokotela, ngiyisola Nxolisi. Siyabonga.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dokotela. It goes back to professional ethics.
Yes.
Yeah, that you must watch your associations.
Yeah.
We are not friends, we are in business.
We are in business.
And it ends there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Does Umamtandazi Ukhoza, how far can he help us with this, if she can?
Okay, let me try and see if we can get closer. But if we cannot literally get, what number to call that? Do you know the number?
It's 072 877 3135.
072?
072 877.
Okay, let's call it 072 877.
Yes, 3135.
3135.
3135.
Let's see if we can get the Ukhoza.
Sure.
Let's call it the spelling. Ukhoza is in northern KwaZulu-Natal. He's the man of God, man of the hour. He's raised by God. He good in prayer and then he good in prophecy.
Oh, yes.
Let's see whether we can able to get the man of God and hear from him. Yebo, Babu Dokotela, Babu sisiba ujabulile. Sicela usikhulumise nomthandazi Ukhoza. Babu Khoza siku YouTube kwaBabu Dokotela, sicela ukuzwa ukuthi uBabu Khoza ukuphi nendawo mekuthiwa uphesha kuthukela, sikhuluma kanjani mise umusho njalo?
Usendaweni yaseZwenelisha eDukuduku.
Yebo mkhulu.
Yeah.
Umuntu osemtuba umese ugibelane umeze Dukuduku.
Ugibela amatekisi aya eZwenelisha.
Umese efika eZwenelisha uzokufica rank uzokufica lapho wena.
Mayefika mayigibela amatekisi noma mase taxini eya eZwenelisha mayethenje uyakwakhoza. Ngoba ukhoza umthandazo ngeke azalahlela.
Lento yokukhuleka egameni lenkosi uJesu Kristo isiyaziwa iyona into eyimfihlo mhlawumbe awuzenyezi ngayo.
Ngutho baba ngizenyeze ngoba ezingeneni kwami ethandazweni kwami kube isikhathi esebenzima kakhulu kangangokuba ngifanele ukuthi ngedlule emhlabeni. Kodwa ngithe uma ngifika leso simo kodwa ngabuyisa amakhehla athi unomsebenzi okufanele ukuthi ngiwenze. Ngithe uma ngabe ngiphaphama ngoba ngisesibhedlela kwenzeka lento ngaphaphama ugula wakade ungiphethe. Kwase kuyama kwase kuyanqamuka ngaphuma lapho ngase ngiyalandelela indlela le yokusebenza so angizenyezi ngakho ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi ngisuka emzimeni ongakanani ngakho.
Babu Khoza, umuntu okuzwayo njengamanje osegoli othi ufuna umhlolelo ocingweni kuyenzeka into enjalo, kunomuntu ozokuzwa manje elibuwa homo elimpompo athi ufuna ukuza la kuwena, ngabe kuwumuntu onjani omlindele ukuthi eze kuwena?
Umuntu oza kumina umuntu ofuna ukubuka izinto zakhe, ofuna ukubuka impilo yakhe nokuthi enzaleni kwakhe uzalele kanjani, iziphi inkinga ezimhluphayo nokuthi uzosizakala kanjani. Bese siqhubeka lapho ngoba ukhozi uyasiza abantu abagulayo, abantu abagula ngamakhanda uyabasiza, abantu abagula ngamakhanda kube abantu abasuke befuna ukuvulela izinto zabo uyabavulela, kuningi nje akwenzayo, abafuna ukuqiniswa nakhona uyabaqinisa futhi.
Okay, uBabu Khoza sicela sinike inamba, asinike nosuku angasebenzi ngalo ukuze ukuthi abantu bangakuphazamisi.
UBabu Khoza inamba natholakala kuyona i-072 877
Yebo.
31
Yebo.
35.
Babu Khoza, uluphi usuku ongasebenzi ngalo?
Usuku uBabu Khoza engatholakali ngalo usuku leSabatha kuphela.
Okay, usuqedile unyaka wenza lo msebenzi noma mhlawumbe uthe uma ungawutholi umsebenzi wancamba ube umthandazi?
Ngineminyaka e-9 ngenza lo msebenzi ba.
Oh, hayi ukuthi mhlawumbe wabona ngoba udilize emsebenzini wathi wena uthandazela amanzi uthi abantu abezelane no 50 cent.
Lutho baba. Nakwangena baba lo msebenzi wangena ngisebenza kwaphokutha angisi ukufika kwamlungu ngalandelela-ke bayazi-ke endaweni ukuthi isimanga kusona kasenjani kakhulu ngangivele ngiwe nje ngikhuleke bangivuse kuphinde kuphela bayazi endaweni ukuthi kuyangena kanjani lento akuvelanga nje ngabonakala sengiphethe iy'khwama nje.
Okay, hayi siyabonga kakhulu obonga Babu Dokotela babesizwe babujabulile. Sikhuluma nomthandazi ukhoza usemtuba sithi zocela ukuthi laba abafuna ukuthi bayohlola kuyena bayolungisa into zabo abafuna ukuhlola ocingweni sicela ukuthi bafonele yena bangafoni Babu Dokotela sibone ukuthi indoda kaNkulunkulu izobathatha babekephi. Siyabonga.
Thank you very much. Let us repeat the number. The number is 072 877 3135. Babu Khoza Mtuba. Thank you very much, Babu Dokotela. Now let us try and cover this one. It's a bit personal, but I'm sure you are not ashamed. You are not apologetic as always, Babu Dokotela. Babu Dokotela, most of your workforce is people who are sangomas and inyangas. Do you have any reason behind this? Why are some sangomas, some are inyangas?
Oh, this is a good question. I was not expecting this way, but we as a traditional health practitioners or professionals, we have to understand that when you are running a medical institute, you must have qualified nurses.
Sure.
You need to have what we call a clinician. A clinician is someone who's got a medical degree, but is still in an infancy level of medicine. Is not a GP, is not a general medicine doctor or a family doctor, is still a clinician. It's a person who serves under a doctor. Meaning that if we are doing this kind of practice, it works marvelous to have a qualified and well-initiated isangoma. That you must have. There is no way you can control it. You must have isangoma so that if anyone comes with a spiritual deficiency, you know that who to deal with that person in the realm of sangomas. But there are people who need to be taken to the cemeteries. There are people who need to be taken to the beach. There are people who need to be taken to the rivers at night. You need inyanga for that, not a sangoma. Because a sangoma is not acceptable to go to any graves at night.
Okay.
Because of their legions in terms of the spirit, they start to clash. And then we need inyanga for that. But anyone who can tell you that I cannot afford to work with inyanga or sangoma, I do everything myself. It is beautiful. You can always do that, but you know that we are cheating your clients. We are not giving what clients are supposed to be getting from you as a traditional health practitioners.
You cannot be a jack of all trades.
Yes, you are like a president who is a minister, who is a mayor, who is a councillor.
I imagine.
You as a traditional health practitioner, you're supposed to be sitting in your position. Give instruction, do this for me, take this person, do this. That is all you are intended. We don't cut with people with blades like ukugaba abantu.
Sure.
No, you don't do that because you are a master and then you got people who are juvenile below you and then they will be doing that. Not that because you cannot do it. You can always do it because myself as a young, I've served many years under grandmasters. They initiated me formally. Now I know how to render this, to run this platoon. That I have to sit as a general so that I'll have colonels on my feet running the show. Babu Dokotela, Babu Dokotela.
Well, thank you very much, Dokotela. I hope everyone is covered there. Now let us come back to the issue of security. Babu Dokotela, can you tell us now about the Guinea anti-theft? What is the Guinea anti-theft and how does it work?
Guinea anti-theft. Guinea anti-theft, I have to tell you.
Sure.
We got cars who are 6-speed gearbox. We got cars who are automatic and assumed to be 10-speed gearbox, but we don't see those gears. You believe that
they're there.
Yeah, they're there, but they're not there. When it comes to anti-theft, Guinea anti-theft, I'm not the only one who practice this thing. We got array of professional health practitioners, professional, not juvenile, professional health practitioners who are in the same model of practice. There is a level whereby we can make your house disappear at night. No one should find it.
Come again?
We can make your house to disappear at night. No one can find your house. If I was looking for a house, I'll miss the address till the morning.
Okay.
Only at daytime I can see your house. And then we can make your house at night to be full of cows. Full of cows. And you assume as if Babu Dokotela is stealing cows. I went there last night, I saw so many cows. But that was all illusion. We can take eggs, just eggs from the fridge, cook them, and plant them in your yard. When you get there, you'll see what a crocodile. Huge crocodiles all over the yard. We are inyangas. We are not talking as pastors. And then when it comes to Gina profession, we got 2 dimensions. You choose one. There's raw one and there's medium one. The raw one, we're able to invoke a snake. That snake, when you enter my house in my abstention, it will bite you, it will hit your head, but you'll die. That's a problem. But you were only going to steal something for 20 rand, or you're going to steal something for 100 rand. But you don't have to die because I'm not supposed to be doing street justice to people who are stealing. Oh, maybe you went there to see whether you can steal something next week, but you still die. That is raw power of the Gina. I don't do that. If you're looking for that power, I don't do that. I do intermediate power, whereby when we deploy Gina anti-theft in your yard, in your business, when a person enters your business, he will meet a snake. But the snake is not going to kill him. It's not going to kill him, but it will just scare him and then the person will run away. People always scared of snakes.
Yes.
That is whereby we invoke a snake, but not with the intention to kill anyone. Because in the environment where we stay, like here, I'm staying in a shack. We got break-ins now again all the times in our shack area. And now, can you imagine all people who attempt to break into my shack, they die. I can kill almost 30 people a year.
Exactly.
Then we cannot tolerate
it's a profession where we stay.
Yeah, no. We cannot tolerate that. I only use it as a scarecrow just to chase them away. Babu Dokotela, this is about Jabli.
So now, is there any price attached to it? Let's say now, I want it now.
Okay. If you want a Gina profession to be rehearsed in your business profession, at home, it is 15,000 rand. In your business, it depending how big is your business.
Sure.
Because it depends how many points we have to cover.
In the business.
But at home, like myself, I live in a 1-room house. Which means I only got 4 corners.
Sure.
And then, unlike you're living in a double-story house, you're living in a house with other houses around, and then it's different. But it's just a simple house, 2-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house. I'm not saying that I'm living in a 1-bedroom house. I'm living in a 1-room house. Thereafter, which means I only got 4 corners. I don't have extended houses, blah, 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 double door, garage.
It's unlike in Kandla.
No, it's not like in Kandla. And then for that, it's 15,000. But for a business that is large, or the house that is large, because here when I was in Natal, we got people who's got polygram, 1 or 2 wives. And then you got 3 houses, and then I already said to you it's 15,000, which means I meant that it's 15,000 in all those houses. No. I'm talking about the yard that you're going to be working on. That is whereby
just one yard.
Just 1 yard.
Regardless of the size, even if it's 1 hectare, 2 hectare yard, because
No. I just said that I'm living in a 1-room house.
Yes.
And then for that, it's 4 corners only. But now for the spreaded house with multiple properties as well,
yes,
then we have to talk.
Oh, now I get you.
Now we have to talk.
Initially, I thought you were talking about the yard. If my yard like a hectare,
No.
I have a hut there, kraal there.
Because we got people who's got farmers.
Yes.
A farm, it is a yard that is very vast.
Exactly.
We don't cover your house. We cover your house and we cover your yard.
That's why I was making the good example with our former head of states,
Yes,
because he's got a very big yard.
Yes.
And you can see, if you can deal with that property, you'll pay an arm and a leg.
Yeah, remember that this thing of Gina, preferable that I have to do it myself.
Sure.
Unless if we are outside of this province, then we are committed to do it on your own. because I don't charge for petrol and diesel. No, I'm using expensive cars. I cannot take risk leaving the province just for 15,000 rand.
No, man.
No,
it doesn't make a business sense.
No. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Babu Dokotela. In your closing remarks, can you just repeat the number where people can get you or Ubaba Khoza?
Okay. Let us engage people whereby they can use email address isithwalo@gmail.com.
isithwalo@gmail.com.
And then number for Mr. Khoza.
It's 072
Yes.
877
Yes.
3135.
3135. Thank you very
for
much.
Babu Dokotela, direct isithwalo@gmail.com. Thank you very much, Babu Dokotela.
Thank you very much. Siyabonga.